Hey, what's good, everyone? What's up? This is Jonathan Mathis. What's good? Thank you for rocking with me tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for, watching this video. You know, um, you guys know what I do. I talk sports. You guys all heard the story by now, with Brittney Griner. Um, it's a terrible situation. Um, it's deep. It's horrifying. Um, it's a sad story. She's been detained by Russia. Um, she pleaded with President Biden uh, to bring her home, and it feels like no one's listening to her, as if she's been ignored. Um, she's been there long enough. It's time to free Brittney Griner. It's time to bring her home. And I know some people might disagree with that because there's a lot of people feel that she put herself in this situation by her poor judgment, or by doing something so reckless and stupid. You got to realize that laws are different in certain countries, and Russia's not America. If you're gonna play basketball overseas, that's fine, great. Do what you got to do to make more money and be better represented as a women uh, professional athlete. That's fine. I'm okay with that, but you gotta be careful how you conduct yourself in other countries, because again, the laws are different. These other countries are strict, and we all know what time we're living in, right? Russia is not a very and I don't want to sound offensive, but it's not the place to be right now because there's a lot going on in the world. And I understand Brittney Griner was over there to make more money and to pursue her basketball career and live out her dream as a basketball player. But she made a bad choice, and now she's in this predicament, and now she's begging to come home. And should she come home? Yes, she should come home. She wrote a handwritten letter, and I mean, if you guys haven't read the letter, I think you guys should. It's wrenching. It's it you know it's it's her um you know begging to come home. The desperation is heartbreaking. uh you know and it feels like nobody's listening to her, and now there is a bit of an uproar around the detaining of one of the most powerful forces in women's basketball history. I mean, we're talking about a seven-time women NBA All Star. We're talking about a two-time Olympic champion. She represented this country in the Olympics. We're talking about a WNBA champion and an NCAA champion. And I think no one is hearing her plead. This is a woman that's crying for help. She needs help to get out of the country. So she directly implored President Biden on Monday to rescue her, to come to her aid. Someone please get her out of there. I think this was her first public word since being arrested on drug charges, um, you know, back in February. And is it a wrongful? Has she been wrongfully detained? Maybe. Again, it's a tough situation. We can't really, you know, say too much because, I mean, yes, I do want her to come home, but at the end of the day, if you do wrong, you got to pay the consequences, and things again are different in other countries, you know. Um, but folks are curious; they want answers. People are outraged. Um, and people feel like she needs to come home. You hear uh, what the coach said. Um, I don't know if you guys heard. uh, one of the women NBA coaches said that if this was LeBron, they would have bought her home by now. They would have acted on this. You know, it would have been a lot. It would have been a lot different. Um, and there's a lot of people that's, you know, stating their comments about that, and there's a lot of people that's in disagreement with that. A lot of people are coming at her, and now she's receiving backlash for those comments. Um, you know, it's just it's really a tough situation, and I think the U.S. government needs to really plan a phone call with Russia. They need to do something to get her back home. You know, her wife has called out the U.S. government. She wants them to, you know, do something about this, to actually handle the situation. And, you know, she's expressed her frustration with all of this, you know, and you would be too. If this was your wife, you would be upset too. You know, you haven't seen her in months. You know, she's been overseas. You don't know how they're treating her while she's been detained. You don't know. You don't really know what's going on. You know, but I mean, she was traveling to play for her Russian team for a salary roughly 5 times what, you know, the women NBA pays their players. And, you know, she was caught at the airport. She was arrested in the airport for possession, you know, of drugs. What authorities said, it was a vape cartridge. Um, cartridge, I'm sorry, containing 0.7 grams of cannabis oil. Um, to me, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's a lot of us have something that we do, right? That we have a habit that other people may not agree with, right? Um, just let her come home. She's been there long enough. She's been held captive by the Russians for long enough. Um, you know, something's got to be done. But yeah, you know, if the drug charges are true, she was incredibly. I agree. She was incredibly foolish and reckless. But I mean, how long you gonna hold her hostage? How long you gonna make her stay in captivity? You know, I think this is Russia. You know, just, you know, making it hard for Brittney Griner, um, making it tough on all of us who have been, you know, calling for the government to really do something about this so this girl can come home. I talked longer than I should. I was planning to make this a 4-minute video. It's kind of hard when you talk about a story like this. It's kind of hard to keep it within 4 minutes. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow in another video. Those are my thoughts about it. I'm going to also post an article most likely tomorrow on this as well. I'll probably go into more detail in the article. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful night.